What's up, YouTube? This is your host, Ro. Today on Ro Talk, we will be talking about chapter 1006 of One Piece, guys. Today's chapter, it was phenomenal. It was jam-packed, filled with action, a little bit of details, a little bit of everything. Guys, here at Ro Talk, we talk about anime, sports, and a lot of other things, guys. So if this interests you, please keep on staying tuned and subscribe to my channel right now. And thank you guys for taking out the time out your day to watch this and listen to this channel, guys. And it really means a lot if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Since all that's been said, let's get into that video. Let's go! This chapter starts off at the performance floor where we see one of the human Marys are looking for Momonosuke. They looking around for him. They say, where's that boy at so we can deal with him because we done fighting this war. Then they have some type of knowledge that he is escaped from the storage room and is making his way out. Then we see in the next panel, Yamato and Shinobu is playing whack-a-mole with Kaido soldiers. I mean, Yamato is slamming that thing on top of their head. Then on the next panel, we see that Yamato is trying to flee from the scene and get away the best way she can. Then we see something very interesting as well too about how they was able to detect Momonosuke. I don't know if you guys remember back at Sabaody when the Straw Hats was regrouping back up with each other after the 2 years. One of the pacifistas was able to locate Straw Hat Luffy real quick. They was able to point him out in a big group of crowd, and they was able to be precise and know exactly where he was at. And this comes as a shock to me too, because it seemed like Kaido's group, or the Marys, the human Marys, had the same capabilities being able to find somebody real close. And don't forget that Kaido and Orochi all had ties with CP0, I'm sorry, and they maybe had some type of technology they could work with. Dr. Vegapunk gave them in return. Just something to throw out there. But then you continue to see Momonosuke as the happiest, scariest boy right now. He don't know if to be happy or scary that he's in his best position that he ever been in this time of his life. So I thought that was very funny that Oda put that in there. And then we just see them still trying to flee the scene after they just broke out the storage room. After we see that Yamato is running and trying to protecting Momonosuke from all the Kaido subordinates, we see that it has been another broadcast throughout the whole Onishigimi Island. And there goes that guy, Mr. Prince, Sanji, Blackleg Sanji, is overhearing this. And then we see that Sanji has been at work. He's been beating up all these foot soldiers and trying to reclaim himself in that dignity that he lost the last two chapters. He has been beating up these foot soldiers and now is questioning them and asking them for information so he will be able to go save Momonosuke. But after questioning them and listen to their answer, he figured out that he has to make a decision. He has to make a decision to either go save the samurai, Kinemon's group, or he has to go save Momonosuke and figure out who is this Yamato they talking about, because he don't know if that's a person ally or not. Only person that ever met Yamato, the two people, has been Luffy and Frankie. So right now Sanji doesn't have all that information right now. So I believe that Sanji will make that decision and go save Momonosuke, because without Momonosuke, the whole entire story of Wano is going to be over. Even Kaido's subordinates said it. They said if they kill Momonosuke will make everybody else be defeated. They will lose all their hope. So I believe Sanji, knowing this, he will go after Momonosuke and make that tough decision. And then we will see Sanji and Yamato interaction. So let's see how that's gonna play out, because you already know she was saying I'm Odin, and then he was like, no, you're not, or we don't know yet, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So Oda doesn't want to give us the information yet of which way Sanji's going, so he cut away to a different scene, and he's going showing you what happened to my dog and my rabbit, my dog and my rabbit, with Wanda and Carrot. And sadly to say, we do see that my dog and my rabbit has been defeated by Petal. We see Wanda and Vision. Wanda and Vision. We see Wanda and Carrot defeated by Petal, and Petal is giving them the go right now. He's trash talking, he's monologuing and telling them a lot of things. One of the worst villains though, he's just that slimy, evil, intelligent character of this. But you gotta respect characters like that too, because he is intelligent and he knows the game and he has all this experience as well too. But I just don't like the fact that he's just talking mad smack to him. He's telling Carrie that she should have stayed in the woods and eating grass, and he's telling you want vengeance, but hey, you stepped into our territory, so we had to show you youngsters how to do things. Like he's respectfully a great villain, but I can't stand him. Which is one of the characters that you see on screen that you just don't like, and Petal is mine. And then especially why he's licking a lollipop and just and his laugh and everything is just all irritating to me. After we see Petal kicking around Carrot, we go to our next scene where I think it's the most kind of important place to be at right now, inside the performance floor, inside the dome. And this is the area where everybody's really at, and it has a lot of tension here, a lot of like mismatches and matches that can go either way. And I feel like whoever wins this side of the war, that's really gonna captivate them to win the action and succeed in the war. And we all know who should win in this, because it is One Piece with Luffy as the protagonist. But I feel like right here, that's going to be this right here. This is going to be the part of where everything's going to push it a little bit further and have Luffy get more closer to winning this war. And it looks like Luffy's side is definitely kind of winning, because Apu cannot do nothing to get past Drake and that guy Hyogoro the Flower. But at the same time, all the supporters right now are losing hope right now, because they're running out of stamina, and that demon ice poison is catching up to them. And they know they cannot fight for much longer, but they got to keep hope alive, because Chopper is in the exact same situation as them, and he is continuing to fight, so they can have that vaccine for him to go and continue the war. And it's kind of a little bit kind of ironic too, because we talk about vaccines and poison and stuff like that. It's just kind of like a correlation, to me at least, about COVID right now that's going on in the world. And we just gotta keep hope alive, because you gotta keep fighting through it, no matter what adversity that you might face in your life, and just know that things will get better. Just like up in this chapter too. And sometimes going through situations like this, you learn a little bit more about yourself, just like Hyogoro does in the next page. Hyogoro is getting his Master Roshi on. I mean, like literally, like this man was about 3'2", and now he's about like 9'6". He definitely got his Master Roshi on. When Master Roshi got super swole, and now he's changing the more of the tide of the war, and it's all thanks to the poison, because he is knowing that he's at his last breaths, or to the demon ice to take over his body. He knows that he's at his limit, but at the same time, he's getting more resolved about his mission to fight in this war. But with this great power that he has, he knows it will not last forever, because the demon ice is taking over his body. And before it takes over his body, he wants his subordinates to get rid of him, because if they don't get rid of him before that, then they will not be able to beat him when he becomes a full-fledged demon ice. So he's telling him, you might have to kill me before the time comes. And once again, that takes a lot of resolve to know that, and it shows you how deep of a character Hyogoro is. Hyogoro kind of reminds me of like a sacrificing Whitebeard. I'm not saying he's stronger than Whitebeard. Let me tell you that right now. He's not strong as Whitebeard. But Whitebeard knew why he was getting into the fight to get Ace back. He knew that probably was his last breaths that he was going to take there. And Hyogoro is showing that same resolve, because he is so dedicated to winning this back for Wano. With that great resolve, he uses his flaming hair of Holy Rage, and that thing That thing was powerful. It took most of all Orochi's top subordinates out of the picture, and he definitely was a monster. Like, he definitely did his Master Roshi once again. And then he goes back and he starts to talk in his head about how if he was in his prime and they wouldn't, him and Odin would have fought against Kaido, he think they would have probably won that battle. Or he's at least just thinking about that, like, why, like, I wish I had that time back then and see what we could have did, because the world probably would have been a better place. But he does not think much about it, because he knows this war right here is in good hands with Luffy, his apprentice, and that he trains to learn Ryu, and Luffy is showing mastery of it, and he is giving the business to Kaido. But he is showing that he can be at peace of not knowing what would happen, thanks to Luffy and the whole samurais all coming back from the future, or coming back from the past, I'm sorry. And it's showing that the world will be in good hands with Luffy and them coming for the dawn of the new age. But just as a coward does all the time of villains of any anime or any movies, as someone is distracted, they comes up behind you, try to shoot a beam at your head, like Queen does after seeing the display of Hyogoro, the flower. But luckily, we get the boy Marco. The Marco the Phoenix is back, and he sends a shockwave to Queen, and he told Queen, hey, I'm the one you fighting, stop paying attention to them. And once again, Marco is showing what it means to be a first commander of Whitebeards. Like, this boy is not playing with these other commanders. He is facing two commanders at once. He's fighting Queen and King and giving them all the go. He's sending them from room to room, wall to wall. He busting Chris Brown all on him. Like, he is flat out a stud. Like, if Zoro could be at this level by the end of Wano, this is gonna be ridiculous for Zoro. But right now, over category, I would say this right now, over category, Marco is stronger than category, hands down, flat out. Marco is the best commander right now. Probably not over Ben Beckman. Don't know about Ben Beckman, because you know what Ben Beckman did to Kizaru. So Marco is one or two the best first commanders of a Bianco. But we do see one small thing about Marco that happened in the chapter that's kind of bad for him. It's that King cut one of his wings. And I kind of thought that Marco was kind of like a Phoenix Logia type of thing, if that makes sense. I didn't think that attacks like that could bother him, especially a wing. I thought he could just grow another wing back. But honestly, after seeing King just comes off and cut his wing, that kind of sends a message about what King is on. So, and King has not even entered his hybrid form or has Queen. So that is still yet to be seen for both of them, and no telling how Marco will be able to deal with that. But right now, what King has displayed so far with just his base and with his sword and cutting off Marco's wing, that is a pretty good feat. But it's still more to come. But Marco, once again, did not play that. And after he cut his wing, he still came in and gave King the bluebird and sent him to another wall once again. And then you could just tell by the looks of both King and Queen faces on this panels that they are almost by that time to start getting the hybrid form. So probably the next couple chapters of this week, probably will be seeing that. We see that Marco is in his hybrid form too, and we see that at the same time that Hyogoro the flower is near at his limit, and he's saying that he had a good life and that it is time for him to leave the rest into the Straw Hat's hands and to all the rest of the Wano samurai army. And it was a good way to end the chapter with all this being seen. And then we do have another little cliffhanger with Perospero, that he is seeing that Marco is getting a little bit tired and he doesn't really like either side right now. So I'm curious of which way that Pet Spreader will play this. Comment down below which way you think he could play this. Do you think he might just jump in and start helping Marco out? Or do you think he's going to jump in and just start triple teaming Marco? I feel like some type of way, just because he won Big Mom at the top, and this might be a key opportunity for him to be able to get rid of some of the top commanders from Kaido's crew. So let's figure out what's going to happen. Comment down below, tip of guys what you would think. This has been my review of One Piece 1006, guys. If you did like that, please leave me a like. It really means a lot to me, guys. I'm a new at YouTube and I'm trying to start up. So please, guys, show me some support down there. It really means a lot. And guys, until the next one, peace.